Now call the meeting to order. Station as presiding officer, notice of this meeting is provided by the Borough of Bernardsville. Following Johnson, Borough Clerk, and post on the bulletin board. Now call the meeting to order. Station as presiding officer, notice of this meeting.
I didn't have that Zoom meeting.
There's a delay there, sorry about that. Now we'll do the oath of office, starting with Mayor Keith Bates.
This.
And on the end. Okay, we have the Bible.
Don't fall.
So it's pretty, what does it say? Our senator here, Anthony Brook, his dad swore me in 4 years ago, so I am so honored that now I have again Senator Anthony Brook here.
And I'll just say this, tonight, for that reason, it's a little sentimental to me. But I can tell you that it is always an honor to be here in Bernardsville, especially to swear you in, Mayor, for another term. You are so invested in the community and all that you do to continue to make this a great place to live, work, and raise a family is evidence of why you're here and why you sailed into re-election again. And I congratulate you, and it is a great honor for me to be able to swear you in. So if you will place your left hand on the Bible and raise your right hand. I state your name.
I, Mary Jane Canos,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support
that I will support
the Constitution
the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the state of New Jersey,
and the state of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith
and that I will bear true faith
and allegiance
and allegiance
to the same
to the same
and to the government
and to the government
established
established
in the United States
in the United States
and in this state
and in this state
under the authority
under the authority
of the people,
of the people,
and that I will faithfully,
and that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly perform
and justly perform
all the duties
all the duties
of mayor
of mayor
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability,
and that I will not use
and that I will not use
my office
my office
to grant
to grant
preferential treatment,
preferential treatment,
nor to seek personal gain,
nor to seek personal gain,
favor,
favor,
or advantage
or advantage
not available
not available
to the general public.
to the general public,
So help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations.
I get it. Raise your right hand. I, Chad McQueen, do solemnly swear
I, Chad McQueen, do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the state of New Jersey,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the state of New Jersey,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
and to the government established in the United States and in this state,
and to the government established in the United States and in this state,
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform all the duties of a council member
and that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform all the duties of council member
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability,
and that I will not use my office
and that I will not use my office
to grant preferential treatment nor to seek personal gain, favor, or advantage
to grant preferential treatment in order to seek personal gain, favor, or advantage
not available to the general public, so help me God.
not available to the general public, so help me God.
Congratulations. And direct hand. I, Peter McCready, do solemnly swear
I, Daniel McCready, do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the state of New Jersey.
that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the state of New Jersey,
That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
and to the government established in the United States and in this state
and to the government established in the United States and in this state
under the authority of the people.
under the authority of the people.
And I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform all the duties of council member
And that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform all of the duties of council member
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
And I will not use my office
And that I will not use my office
to grant preferential treatment or to seek personal gain, favor, or advantage
to grant preferential treatment, nor to seek personal gain, favor, or advantage
not available to the general public, so help me God.
not available to the general public, so help me God. Have my gavel back. So I will call the meeting to order. Roll call, please.
Yeah,
Here.
Mr. Randley. Here. Mrs. Greenfield.
Here.
Mr. Green.
Here.
Mr. McQueen.
Here.
Mr. Darrow.
Here.
Mr. Mara.
Here. All right, please stand for the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice.
Before I do my annual address, we have a letter from the desk of Assemblywoman Aura Dunn. I regret that I am unable to attend and witness your reorganization meeting in person. By way of this letter, I extend my sincere congratulations to the newly elected officials who take their oath of office this evening. As your Assemblywoman, I have the privilege and honor to represent 21 towns within the state. A night like tonight, with several swearing-in ceremonies conducted simultaneously, has its challenges. I must admit that I possess a tinge of jealousy, albeit fleeting, as many of my colleagues in the legislature represent districts composed of fewer municipalities. In some cases, a single town, often in walking distance. Not for a second, however, would I trade places. From Bernardsville to Wharton, from the fourth smallest town in the state, Victory Gardens, to what's being referred to as an emerging city, Morristown, we are blessed to call this northwestern region of the Garden State home. The richness of our industrial, cultural, and environmental diversity belies public perception in the state house that we are just one big open green space with few struggles. As you raise your right hand and promise to uphold the Constitution, the public is reassured in knowing that you will serve with honor and integrity as the overseers of these trials, leading us to a better tomorrow. As a partner in public service, I look forward to working alongside each and every one of you to fulfill our common goals. I hope you will not hesitate to call upon me at any moment to work together for our constituents. In closing, I would like to thank the town officials who enable us to be active participants in our system of democracy by facilitating this meeting. Praise and gratitude are also due for all of the elected officials' family members. You too have been called to serve and enter public life, making many sacrifices along the way. Right, Greg? Right. Once again, congratulations on this auspicious occasion. I wish you a productive and successful year ahead. Thank you, Assemblywoman Dunn. And earlier, Assemblywoman Matsakudis was here, who will be our Assemblywoman in 2024. And she was telling me she had 13 swearing in tonight. So yeah, they're busy these couple of days. All right, then we want to hear from the mayor's address. First, I'd like to congratulate Chad and Gina on winning a second term to the council, and I look forward to continuing to work with you both. Secondly, I am humbled and grateful to the Bernardsville voters for allowing me the opportunity to continue as your mayor for another 4 years. The annual mayor's address is my opportunity to reflect on last year's accomplishments, to thank all our employees and volunteers who make us all look good, and to set our plans for next year. 2022 was a I'll get this out, transitional year for many of us. After more than 2 years of coping with the pandemic, we've begun to adapt to changes it brought to our lives and to our community. So first, some of the highlights. For the first time in 2 years, we were able to hold our Memorial Day parade. And the enthusiastic crowd that turned out made us aware of how much it had been missed and how many of our residents wanted to celebrate together. Enrollment in our recreational programs has skyrocketed. For the 2022 budget, we had anticipated revenue for the program fees to be $112,000. However, the actual revenue was $219,445, an increase of over $100,000. Also, the community pool enrollment exceeded our expectations. We clearly heard the community's request for enhanced recreational facilities and trails, and phase 1 of our master recreation plan is underway. Concept plans for the Polo Grounds Pavilion and utility upgrades have already been received. The pickleball courts are 99% complete, and we're grateful to the Somerset County Commissioners for the $200,000 grant we received for that project. A Trails Committee, thank you, Diane, has been working hard to improve and develop the trails in our recently acquired open space. Thanks to the efforts of the Recreation Department and the Mayor's Wellness Campaign Committee, Bernardsville achieved an up-and-coming Healthy Towns designation. 8 roads were milled and paved in 2022, and over the past 4 years, the borough has repaired almost 18 miles of roadway. The bid was awarded for the much-needed improvements to Bernards Avenue, and work is going to begin in the spring. The bids have been advertised for reconstruction of Grove Street, Maple Street Extension, Lower Garibaldi Street, and Mine Avenue. We received a $250,000 grant for sidewalks on Boylan Terrace and West Street, which will connect to the Boylan Terrace pedestrian walkway down to the train station. A nonprofit 501c3 law enforcement foundation was created, and the volunteer board has already raised $90,000 to support our police and the community relations. The borough's collaboration with downtown Bernardsville has brought a vast array of activities and events for our residents, and I'm honored to be a member of their board. I've actually lost track of the number of ribbon cuttings that I've done. It's so exciting to see new businesses seeking out space in the community. While many towns have seen businesses close, the majority of ours have continued to grow and thrive. In 2022, our police chief, Kevin Valentine, retired. His contributions during his tenure in the department are too numerous to mention, but I will say that under his leadership, our Office of Emergency Management is probably the best in the county and also could be one of the best in the state. We look forward to working with our new chief, John Remian, and based on his record with the department, we know the borough's in good hands. Looking forward to 2023, we expect the walking path to the train station to get underway. Working with downtown Bernardsville, a parklet will be created at the train station by the end of the path in order to honor Ed English, who committed so much time and love to the farmers market that's held there. We also look forward to the walking history tour that will provide residents and visitors with an inside look at the history of our community. Also, we'll begin planning, believe it or not, the borough's centennial celebration for 2024. At the Polo Grounds, we will finally have a building with public restrooms and a proper kitchen, a walking path, and improved lighting. It's been a long time coming. The council is going to be reviewing the redevelopment plan for the Palmer properties and plans to have opportunities for public input. I, along with the council, are committed to redevelopment that honors the historical and aesthetic nature of our downtown. Our goal is to create a downtown that is safe and pedestrian friendly, provides public gathering spaces, and improves traffic flow. 2023 will bring a new tenant and much needed renovations to the train station. Thank you, Michael. and hopefully a new business to deal with. In 2023, we will be hiring a new borough administrator, I am sorry to say. Tom will be retiring in April, and we wish him well, but he will definitely be missed. His leadership and organizational skills have significantly improved the day-to-day operations of the borough. His expertise in planning and his communication skills have been a tremendous asset to the council and to the community. Yeah. Finally, I want to thank all our employees who have provided endless service to our community and all our volunteers who so willingly give their time and expertise to improving our town. The theme that runs through all our accomplishments is collaboration. And I'm grateful for all the departments, boards, and organizations that have supported our efforts to make Bernardsville a wonderful town in which to live and work. The next year will continue to be an exciting, challenging, and busy time. And I invite all our residents to join us as we move forward. There's many opportunities for everyone to share their ideas, time, and talent. It is my hope that together we can continue the positive momentum to make Bernardsville a community that we're all proud to live in and to call home. I wish you all a very happy and prosperous new year. Thank you.
If I could, on behalf of council, I'd like to thank you for your leadership. That was a beautiful address. And your leadership in this borough, I think Senator Booker's spoke really well of it, and the hours that you put into this community don't often get noticed. So on behalf of the council, and I think probably the entire community, thank you.
It is a labor of love. My husband is not so happy about this. All right, moving on to council president appointment. Do I have a nomination?
Yeah, I move to appoint Gina McCready as council president for 2023.
I second. Roll call, please. Oh, any other nominations there? Nope. All right, roll call.
Mr. Andelay?
Yes.
Ms. Greenfield?
Yes.
Ms. McCready?
Yes.
Mr. McQueen?
Yes.
Mr. Romero?
Yes.
Ms. Romero?
Yes. You got it.
Oh, sorry, not removed yet.
Appointments technically in the agenda.
What?
You missed Mayor's appointments technically in the agenda. I don't know.
We can do it after. Why don't you get sworn in? And you can. So we'll miss that later. I thought that was. No. Yeah. Exactly.
I, Gina McCready, do solemnly swear
I, Gina McCready, do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the state of New Jersey,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the state of New Jersey,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
and to the government established in the United States and in the state,
and to the government established in the United States and in this state
under the authority of the people,
and the authority of the people.
and that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform all the duties of council president
And that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform all the duties of council president
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability.
and that I will not use my office
And that I will not use my office
to grant preferential treatment nor to seek personal gain, favor, or advantage
to grant preferential treatment, nor to seek personal gain, favor, or advantage,
not available to the general public, so help me God.
not available to the general public, so help me God.
If you want, and then on the website, if you want to.
Just before we do the mayor's appointments, you'll notice it's a short list. What we've done is we're looking at, the council is looking at reorganizing some of our committees, seeing where they work together or consolidate some of them and looking at their charters. So hopefully, I think by the next meeting or so, we'll get that all worked out and then you'll see those appointments. So right now, we just have planning board, environmental commission, library board of trustees and the OEM. We have board of adjustment.
That's
Oh, that's council.
That's council.
Okay. So for planning board, we have Robert Graham, who's a class 4 member for 4 years. Terry Thompson, a class 4 member, will be filling the unexpired term of Dorothy Pollock. Graham McMillan will be a class 2 member. And I'm sorry, Greg, I know you hate this. Class 1 member I will serve as. It is actually, it's the mayor's seat, but I can have a designee, and I thought this year I would serve on it. Environmental Commission, Johanna Wissinger, who will again be the chair. Graham McMillan, Jeffrey Hammond, and Dan Zelinsky will be 3 years. And Kathy Redling is our ex officio member for 1 year. The Library Board of Trustees, what I've been trying to do every year with the library is rotate the council people so they all get to know how the library operates and get to know the board members. So this year, Jay, that will be you. That's my alternate position. So at OEM, there's a very long list, so I won't read that, but Tim Richard will be the coordinator. And John Remian will be the deputy, as well as Glenn Miller. And then I have my mayor's wellness campaign, which is Jessica Walker, Jennifer Morrison, Julia Patsalas Fox, Francine Delarusso, Lisa Orazietti, Jennifer Lewick, Antoinette Sabaglio, Al Rivera will serve from the council. Tony Knoll, Ken Musgrove, Leah Horowitz, Alan Liebner, and Karen Carolyn. I'm getting all these texts from my kids. Sorry, they're popping up on my screen. They're in California, but I believe they're on Zoom. So, yeah.
Brush your teeth.
And I think that's all of mine. So now we can move back to our resolutions. So we have 23-1 through 23-21. Comments, questions?
Do we need to talk about any of the appointments out loud?
Does anybody have a problem with them or?
No.
That's all I couldn't really start.
Yeah.
Did we miss Mr. Duncan for Margaret?
No, he should have been on there. Did I just not say it?
I think there's, is that a council?
The mayor with council consent.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's,
Number 1.
you know, but it's a bureaucracy. It's kind of, I do some, they do some, we do some together. It's- Yeah, I don't know how, Anthony, I don't know how you keep track of it. So that will be on the council approving it, so he's on there. Anything else? You're all good?
I think it's wonderful. I'm looking forward to the year.
Well, somebody want to move
Christine, go ahead.
I move that resolutions 23-1 to 23-21 be adopted.
it? Second. Roll call.
Mayor,
Yes.
Rivera,
Yes.
Mr. McQueen,
Yes.
Ms. McCready,
Yes.
Ms. Greenfield,
Yes.
Mr. Analyze,
Yes.
Wait, this only gets me, I read the time capsule every year. The following letter dated July 18th, 1977 is passed on in the public record as requested by the Bernardsville Shade Tree Commission, now the Shade Tree Committee. To the mayor of Bernardsville and members of the Borough Council. With the recent restoration of the Borough Pond, it has been possible to complete the time capsule project by embedding the capsule in concrete at the base of the bicentennial Liberty tree. This tree, a red oak, was planted on April 17th, 1976, at a point about 180 feet from the northwest corner of the Borough Hall building. A plaque is affixed to the top of the concrete, which reads 1776 to 1976 Bicentennial Liberty Tree, Bernardsville Shade Tree Commission, April 17th, 1976. Information concerning the time capsule and its contents are contained in the accompanying envelope addressed to the residents of Bernardsville in the year 2076. I don't think I'll be here. Another copy of the original has been placed in the time capsule itself. It is the wish of the members of the Shade Tree Commission that this letter be passed on from year to year on January 1st during the swearing-in ceremonies of each new council through the year 2076. At that time, during the tricentennial celebration of our country, the time capsule is to be broken open for the residents to examine the items we have assembled, which reflect the life and times of the bicentennial year. And it's signed the Bernardsville Shade Tree Commission, John Edmonds, Chairman of the Commission, members Victoria Schmidt, John Crute, Marty Craig, and Barbara Heckler. All right. 76, wow. I know, I want to see it. I'm gonna wait. All right, then we now have an open session. So if anyone from the public would like to be heard, just come up to the X on the floor there, give your name and address, and limit your comments to 3 minutes. Anybody wish to be heard? Seeing none,
And then I'm here.
I will close the public session. All right, we don't have a closed session, so I will ask for a motion to adjourn. Motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Well, thank you all for being here. I see how people in the room.